Buongiorno Bianconeri, welcome back to the channel. I'm Alberto. It's January 24th. You know the drill. I've got all the news around Juventus. Okay, we're going to get into Mercato rumblings involving Fresneda, Karsdorp, and McKennie. Then the latest on the player statuses of Dusan Vlahovic and Paul Pogba as they look to get into the lineup for the weekend, all right? Then the salary maneuver case that Juve faces and the range of penalties. Ceferin and UEFA apparently willing to work with Juventus as well. We've got the latest on that. And then John Elkann's words as he speaks with La Stampa. And then Tio Pat, Uncle Pat Everett, talks from the heart. All that and more, so let's get into it. All right, everybody, if you're a diehard Juve fan, you have found the channel for you, all right? Make sure you smash that subscribe button right now, and everybody else like the video. It all helps, all right? Now let's get into it, okay? First and foremost, friendly reminder, we have live with us on Friday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, Romeo Agresti on the YouTube channel, okay? So make sure you're here for that live to get your questions into him, okay? Now, Mercato rumblings, we have Fresneda no longer targeted by Juventus. Apparently, they have dropped their interest in the player for now. Who knows what could happen in the summer or future, whatnot, but for now, they have dropped their interest, okay? Karsdorp back in play, apparently, for Juventus, only if Roma is willing to work with Juve, okay? So we wait and see on that front. McKennie, Leeds is coming in apparently with an official bid of 25 to 30 million euros. We will wait to see what happens. It's also been rumored that it could be 20 to 25 million euros. So we wait and see if Leeds does in fact put in an official bid. And I remind everybody that McKennie has already rejected an offer about a week ago from Bournemouth. So we wait and see on that front. Player statuses. Paul Pogba and Dusan Vlahovic will be taking part in a friendly on Thursday, and that will go a long way and be the deciding factor on should they make the team list for Sunday's match against Monza in Serie A, okay? So we wait and see on that front. Also should be noted that Paul Pogba, today is the team's day off. He is at Continassa training. He is ready to go. I can't wait to see him in some competitive matches, and hopefully I think he's going to be an impact on this Juve team. So we wait and see, and good luck to Dusan Vlahovic and Paul Pogba on getting back in the lineup. Now, the latest on Juventus and the cases they face and whatnot. Salary maneuver case coming to a close very, very soon. The penalty range is vast. We're looking at facing fines to point deductions to even relegation, according to these initial reports. Now, this is a wild one, and originally I was not concerned, and like I said, Italy has set a precedence. However, they seem to ignore that with the original ruling that saw us lose 15 points already, because in this salary maneuver case, it's worth noting that, number one, you have an outside influence nobody could have predicted, and that is COVID. Juve was running in the red on their books for a while, but still just managing them enough to get through everything. It's also worth noting that Italy does not follow FFP rules, okay? So their registration is literally just show us your books and show us the documents that match. As long as you're not bankrupt, you're in. So again, they are trying to tie this and say that relegation is a possibility only if this affected their registry into Serie A. Well, there is no registry. The registry is show your documents that match and show us your numbers. That's it. Like I said, if you're not bankrupt, you're in. They also set a precedent in 2018 when one of the big clubs from Milan didn't have their books in order. And what were they given? Extended period of time to make them right or face fines. But like I said, the president is the part that really drives a lot of Juventini crazy right now, and why we got the points deduction in the previous case, all right, with Plus Valenza. So now with this, do they even follow the precedent that they have set in Serie A? The other thing that bothers me is that it's all relative. Juventus has poured into, over the past decade, 837 million euros into Serie A and Serie B clubs, okay? So Serie A, you've got to wake up, all right, and take a big look at what you are doing, okay? So again, make it make sense and stop punishing teams for loopholes or whatever. Fix the loopholes if you're not happy with them, okay? Again, no clear and definitive and distinct rules so far that I've seen have been broken. But them, Juve having to correct their books and have 32 million that wasn't accounted for on the documents is a problem. However, salaries. I believe it's from the salaries. And again, the salaries, open and free dealings between players and whatnot, there is a lot of leeway there. It's also worth noting, Juve's lawyers are looking to appeal to Coney, and they might have an in because apparently Cine, the FIGC prosecutor, didn't process his documentation within the 30 days that it has to be submitted, and it was significantly late as he did not file until December 22nd, when apparently the cutoff was November 27th. So the lawyers are on it, and let's see what happens, but their appeal is being prepared. Also, we're knowing that Ceferin and UEFA, we also face the UEFA investigation. The latest reports indicate that Ceferin is willing to work with the new management, and we could possibly avoid exclusion from European competition. However, that is the one stipulation. You knew it was coming. No more Super League, okay? So we have to wait and see what develops on that and if he is even willing to work with him. But you knew that was going to come and be one stipulation if there was any way to work with Ceferin. We wait and see. John Elkann spoke about everything, and I will give you his words that I will be reading here. Bear with me off my phone, and then I'm going to give you Tio Pat from ex-Juve player, okay, and what he said. Here's Elkann to La Stampa. The injustice of the sentence is evident. We will defend ourselves firmly to protect the interest of football fans. Juventus is not the problem, but always the solution. We need to change because Serie A is becoming marginal and irrelevant. Strong words from John Elkann, and I love them, okay? And this just shows you Juve is willing to take this one and fight it all the way, and they need to. And then they need to push back afterwards, okay? Now, here's Tio Pat, Patrice Evra, in a beautiful video that he did today for all the Juventini and whatnot, and just sharing his thoughts from the heart. Good morning to all my dear Juventini, to all my real Gobi, because now you have to be a real Gobo. As I have always said, I don't need Juve. I love Juventus. There's a difference. It is a difficult moment. We were penalized by 15 points. It's not the first time, and whose fault is it? I'm not here to point fingers, but I only ask the managers and the players to respect the shirt, to give everything. I want a comeback. Let's be serious. Those who are enjoying this are only happy because of how much we hurt them, okay, over the years. And not by stealing, but by winning on the pitch, okay, sul campo. 9 straight Scudetti, so enjoy it for now, but the old lady, she never dies. She is hurt, but she will come back, because history never dies. Then don't come and cry, okay? So now I ask all the Gobi to stay with the team, because it's easy to love something when things are going well, but now we need everyone. So come on, Juve, fino alla fine. I love the old lady. He continues and wraps things up saying, sorry I didn't make this video earlier, but I wanted to speak from the heart. I have never forgotten you, and I will never forget you. Okay, beautiful words from Tio Pat, all right? And hey, he echoes the sentiments of everyone. It's easy to be a supporter when things are going good, but right now we all need to band together. The numbers as far as the subscriptions that have been canceled for Sky Sport and DAZN and everything, that's massive and whatnot. We can only do what we can do, but it looks like Juve is prepared for the fight, all right? So we ain't going anywhere. Like I say, we will face this thing one day at a time. The All Juve cast, we ain't going anywhere. This is going to be a wild ride, and it's far from over. I still stand by everything I said, and it's interesting now that more coaches, more managers are all saying the same thing, to start deducting points, to start doing something. It really takes away from the integrity of the championship. To wait until April for some more final clarifications and whatnot, it is nonsense, okay? Serie A needs to wrap this thing up. They need to make it clean, and they need to do it nicely. They cannot afford to. John Elkann is right, okay? Serie A has become marginal and could become irrelevant. So they need to wake up. That massive number, 837 million euros, poured back into Serie A and Serie B clubs. Go look at some of those transfers. Go look at some of the money that Juve was paying for some of these players, okay? And then look at what all of this stems from on our side. Give your heads a shake, okay? Make the right decision. But You guys know the drill, all right? Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think, okay, and how you feel about everything that's going on in the comment section of this video. Let's mix it up. I'll be back tomorrow. And then, of course, Friday, live with Romeo Agresti, all right? Forza Juve, fino alla fine. Ciao.